Hi, I'm Abby and I'm currently 1 month into my weight loss journey. So I thought it would be a cool idea to find 3 healthy viral TikTok recipes and try them out myself. So with that, let's get right into it. For our first viral healthy TikTok meal, I'll be making Southwest steak bowls tonight. For our ingredients tonight, we've got a couple top sirloin steaks, black beans, corn, a marinade for our steaks, and all of these seasonings are also for the steaks since I don't have just a plain Southwest seasoning. We've got some rice that is already pre-cooked, cilantro, jalapenos, red onion, some garlic cloves, and lime. I also realized I forgot to put a tomato into the ingredient list, but we are using 1 tomato. First, we're going to get all these seasonings and mix them in a little bowl. We have got garlic, oregano, coriander, onion powder, smoked paprika, cayenne powder, chili powder, and cumin. We're going to go ahead and cut our steaks into cubes. We're going to add this cubed steak into our bowl. Dump our seasoning in. And with this Moore's marinade, we're going to do about a cup of it. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this in the fridge for around 30 minutes. We're now going to work on the corn and black bean salsa. We need to strain and rinse both the black beans and the corn. Now that those are rinsed, we're going to add them to our bowl and start to chop all of our other ingredients. And now we're going to finally dice our jalapeno pepper. I'm going to cut it in half first so I can get those insides out. Now we're going to dice our tomato. We're going to crush our garlic right into this. Going to chop the cilantro. And now we're going to juice this lime. And just a bit of salt. And then we're going to mix that all up. Going to put a little oil down. But there is our little Southwest steak bowl. I'm going to go ahead and try a bite. We'll get a little bit of rice, steak, corn salsa. Well, corn and black bean salsa. I think overall that is very, very good. I think all the flavors mix so well, and I love the extra tanginess from that chipotle sauce on the top. I do think the steak is a bit overdone for my liking, but overall, really, really good meal, really solid. For our second TikTok healthy viral recipe, we'll be having sweet potato burger bowls. These are our ingredients. I have ketchup, mayonnaise, and these sweet salad cubes for the sauce that I'm going to drizzle on top. We've got buttery steakhouse, smoked paprika, onion powder, and garlic powder, salt and pepper that I'm going to season this meat with. This is already cooked meat that I had out in the freezer. I don't have any other kind of shredded cheese, so I'm using Mexican cheese, pickles, lettuce, tomato, red onion, and sweet potatoes. First, we're going to prep and cube our sweet potatoes and then put them into the oven at 400 degrees for around 45 to 55 minutes. We're going to add these all to our bowl. Putting a bit of oil in here, and the seasonings that I'm using for the ground beef I'm also going to put in here. So we're going to put a little salt, a little pepper, some onion powder, garlic powder, smoked paprika, and some of this buttery steakhouse. And we're just going to combine that all. Just going to dump our potatoes on there. We're going to go ahead and prep all of our veggies now. So now I'm going to make the sauce that we're going to drizzle on top of our bowls. I'm not really sure on exact measurements here, but it's going to be mostly mayo with some ketchup and these sweet salad cubes. I think I may want to add a little bit of mustard and some pepper. To get our meat ready now, I'm going to put just a bit of oil, and since this is already cooked, we're really just wanting to warm this up and add all of our seasonings to it. Well, my sweet potatoes got a little crispy on the bottom, but we're gonna roll with it. I'm going to go ahead and start preparing the bowls. We've got our slightly burnt sweet potatoes. We're going to layer those with the meat. And then going to put some cheese on top of the meat. So we've got some lettuce, some red onion, tomato, and pickle. And just kind of drizzle it on there as best as I can. Here's our bowl. Got our meat and potatoes under there. So now I'm going to try it. Let's get some potato, meat, a little of this lettuce, some red onion, pickle, and tomato. See if I can get this big bite. This is definitely pretty darn good. I would definitely recommend if you're a burger lover, you would love this. So today is day 3 of trying viral healthy TikTok recipes, and tonight we're having turkey burgers. Ingredients are ground turkey, of course, our seasonings, which is buttery steakhouse, Montreal seasoning, smoked paprika, and some flavor jolt. Then we've got mayonnaise and spicy brown mustard, red onion, mozzarella cheese, jalapenos, garlic cloves, lime, cilantro, and some salt and pepper. And then for our burger toppings, we'll have tomato, lettuce, pickle, just your traditional burger toppings. First, we're going to finely dice these jalapenos, get our lime cut into wedges, crush our garlic, dice a little over half of this red onion, shred our cheese, and chop up our cilantro. So now that we have all of our ingredients chopped up, we're going to put our ground turkey in a bowl and combine everything. I'm going to go ahead and add our seasonings, so some smoked paprika, our buttery steakhouse blend, some of this Montreal steak, a bit of this flavor jolt, some spicy brown mustard, some mayonnaise, and then the rest of our ingredients. So we've got some chopped red onion, some shredded mozzarella cheese, chopped jalapeno, chopped cilantro, going to do some lime juice, some crushed garlic, and lastly some salt and pepper. Then we're just going to go ahead and give this all a really good mix. This was 2.5 pounds of ground turkey, by the way. We're just going to go ahead and make them all and save whatever we don't eat. We're going to go ahead and form our patties now. I'm just gonna kind of guesswork the size of these. We'll do about that size. Now that we've got our patties done, we're going to go ahead and heat up our skillet with some oil. Ahead and added some pepper jack cheese on top. So first I'm gonna do some mayonnaise. I'm going to add our burger, some lettuce, a tomato slice, a couple pickles, so now I'm going to try it. Definitely a little different from your traditional burger, but I think it has really nice flavor. I think it all came together pretty well. The steak bowls did end up being my least favorite of the 3 meals, and that was honestly my bad because I'm pretty sure that I cut the steak wrong and it made it become incredibly tough. And I know better now the next time, but I will say the flavors were really there, and that corn and bean salsa was a highlight of the entire meal. It was incredible. I think I'll continue to make that as a side for many other meals. Sweet potato burger bowls ended up being my second favorite meal. They were really good. I did burn the potatoes just a slight bit, but once you had everything mixed in, you really could not tell. It was really good. The flavors melded together really well, and I have absolutely no complaints really about the whole meal. I feel like that little mixture that I kind of drizzled on top was really good for that. I really enjoyed that one. I love finding different ways to incorporate sweet potatoes because I used to not be a big sweet potato lover, but this, I couldn't even really tell that it was sweet potatoes, if you get what I'm saying. It was incredible. For my first favorite, it ended up being the turkey burgers, and I'm going to make that over and over and over again. And I mean it. I know that there are people out there who don't really like cilantro, and if you don't, I would leave it out and still make it. But for me, that cilantro took it to the top in that burger. It was absolutely phenomenal. It definitely doesn't taste like your traditional burger, I'd say, but when I say it was amazing, and it was even better reheated for leftovers. But yeah, none of them were terrible. Even though I did mess up the steak one a little bit, it still was phenomenal with amazing flavors. So I would say all three of these were just knocked it out of the park for sure. They were so yummy, so filling, but not in a bad filling kind of way. They all felt really light and healthy to eat. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.